Hello dear students. In last periods we have discussed about introductory part of heredity and inheritance. Let us start with some history of heredity and inheritance. So what is meant by inheritance I have already discussed with you. Heredity means it includes those traits or characters which are transmitted from generation to generation and are therefore fixed for particular individual. So those characters which transmit means transfer from generation to generation, from parental generation to their offspring. Offspring means new generation. So parental generation means our mother and father, and offspring means we. Like this, the characters which are transmitted, that is transferred from generation to generation and are therefore fixed for a particular individual. So this study of these characters is called as genetics. And what is meant by heredity is the characters which are transmitted from generation to generation and are therefore fixed for a particular individual. For a particular individual means for a particular organism. So elephant is having particular size. So this is the character of that elephant. So that character is for that particular individual. For example, again mango plant is having particular character, that is it bears mango fruits. So these characters are transmitted from generation to generation so these are called as a hereditary characters. Now let's see about genetics. What is meant by genetics? This study of heredity and variation said to be known as genetics. So I told you in last video lecture that the branch of biology which deals with study of heredity and variation is known as genetics. So who has coined this term? The term genetics was first of all used by Batson in 1905. He is a scientist who has used this term for the first time even before after Mendel. An ancient monk, namely Gregor Johann Mendel, was the first person to study genetics. So he is therefore regarded as the father of genetics. Now let us see what is meant by variations. So I think you have understood what is meant by genetics. Genetics is a subject which deals with the study of heredity and variations. Now what is meant by variation? Heredity too we have seen. Now what is meant by variations? Variations are concerned with the difference between the individual of the same species and also between the offspring of the same parent. Now like we have brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters are having common parents, but still we see there are some different characters or change in the characters in brothers and sisters or brother and brother. So this is called as a variation. Okay, though you are having same parents, still your brother and you show some difference, your sister and you show some difference. So this difference is called as a variation. So variations are of two types, that is somatic variation and germinal variation. So what is meant by somatic variation? Somatic means body. Somatic variations affects the somatic cells of an organism, that is body cells of an organism. It is neither inherited from parents nor transmitted to next generation. It is acquired by individual during its own life and is lost with its death. It is therefore also called acquired variation or blastogenic variations. Now in simple words, the offsprings, that is brother or sister which are coming from same parents shows variation that I told you, but one brother become doctor and one brother become engineer. So there is a variation, we can consider it as. In simple words, in more simplified form, if I want use some other example, two brothers which are came from same parents, one become a wrestler, so he used to go in gym every day, he has performed certain activities in gym, physical activities he has performed, and because of that his physique become like a wrestler. On the other hand, other person, that is his brother, he never go in the gym and he wanted to become athlete. That's why he used to run. So if you see the changes in their physique, you can certainly say that there is a variation, there is a difference between their body structure. Human body, but body structures, one is having good arms, on the other hand one is having good strength in his legs. So this is called as a somatic variation. Now these somatic variations will not transfer from one generation to next generation, that is a wrestler's son or daughter not necessarily will become wrestler, like doctor's son or daughter will not, it is not necessary they will become doctor only, like that. These are the somatic variations. Once again we will see somatic variations affects the somatic cells of an organism. Somatic cells means body cells. Okay, characters like human body, they are having nose, they are having eyes, particular structure of eyes, particular structure of nose, particular structure of ear, location of mouth. Okay, they don't have tail. These are the characters, these are the heredity characters which transfer from one generation to next generation always. But somatic means body cells, body structures which may vary, they can be obtained in one particular generation, they are not necessary will transfer from one generation to next generation, they can't be considered as a heredity characteristics. So somatic variations affects the somatic cells of an organism. It is neither inherited from parents nor transmitted to next generation. It is acquired by individual during its own life and is lost with its death. It is therefore also called a acquired variation or blastogenic variation. Now somatic variations are due to, what are the factors which affect somatic variations? Now for human beings I have given you example of wrestler and all, but in nature, in environment, in our surrounding, what are the factors which affect on plants to show the somatic variations, on some animals to show the somatic variations? So the first factor is environment. So like if I wanted to give you example how environment will affect on the somatic variation, for example a maize plant. A maize plant is given with ample of water will show proper height, proper growth. At the same time a maize plant is planted in some other area where water availability is not proper, then in that condition its growth will not be proper. So there will be a variation in the height of the maize plant. So like this, a maize plant is planted in full of sunlight, then it will show very proper photosynthetic ability, and obviously all the morphological characteristics will change. On the contrary, if you plant the same maize plant in shady region where light is not available, then also there will be variation between these two plants. Then habitat, like that, nutrition. If proper nutrition is not provided, it is obvious there will be a change. Like malnutrition people we see, the person who is getting proper nutrients will be healthy, malnutrition person will not be healthy. So these are the environmental factors which brings variation. Okay, these are somatic variation for that particular generation only. Next generation, once again they can regain their original characteristics, and they may obtain, they may acquire certain types of characteristics. So first of all, we will see the factor environment. This includes the factors that affect the organisms such as food, air, pressure, humidity, etc. So environment affects all the organisms, however they also affect the plants because they cannot move or hide themselves. So first of all, let us see light. Strong sunlight affects the human skin by increasing the dark pigment melanin in the epidermal cells. So here light how affects the human beings, it is discussed. So some people are black in color, some people are fair in color. Particularly the people who are living in northern area, they are fair. The people who are living in southern area, they are black. Equatorial region. So pigment, different pigment shades are observed in the human beings. So why they are? These are somatic variations, they are due to light. Melanin protects the underlying cells by absorbing the ultraviolet rays of the sun. Plants grown in the shade become weak and pale, acquire long internodes and broad leaves. For proper photosynthesis, they are having broad leaves. So these are the variations. Habitat, it also affects the genetic makeup of an individual and leads to variation. Habitat means where the organism is living, that place is called as a habitat. Next is nutrition. It is also one of the various factors that causes variations. So nutrition already we have discussed. Second parameter which affects the variation is use of or disuse of organs. Continuous use of an organ makes its better development, whereas constant disuse make it reduce. So we have seen example, human being's tail because of disuse has vanished. So this is example. Then conscious efforts, conscious means purposely, conscious efforts by man produce somatic variation in human themselves, in domestic animal and plants also. So for wrestler, how body development takes place, this is example of conscious efforts. Particular organism if wanted to acquire certain characteristics, he can, or that particular organism can acquire certain characteristics, but they are for that particular generation only, they will not be continuous, they will not transmitted from that generation to next generation. Then germinal variations, next part is germinal variation. Now what is by germinal variation? These variations affects the germ cells of an organism and is consequently inheritable. That is, they will transfer from one generation to next. So let us see once again somatic variation and germinal variation. These are the two variations we are discussing about. About somatic variation we have discussed that what are the factors which affect somatic variations. Environmental factors are there, then we have seen habitat, then we have seen conscious efforts. Okay, so they causes somatic variations. Now we are discussing about germinal variations. Germinal variations are the variations which transfer from generation to generation. Okay, so this was about somatic variations and germinal variations. Let us go towards germinal variations in detail. So continuous variation, causes of continuous variations are new combination of characters. New combination of characters means because of mating of different parental generation, different population. This is called as a new combination of characteristics. Crossing over, combination, recombination of genes. So in introductory part I told you genes are present on the DNA. Okay, so this DNA will decide the characteristics. So when this DNA crossover at the time of mating, at that time due to recombination of genes, new continuous variations are occurred. Second, B is discontinuous variations. These variations refers to large conspicuous differences of offsprings from the parents. Conspicuous means छिपे हुए, okay, hidden. This variation is also known as a mutation, and the individual with this kind of variation is called as a mutant. This is not common in nature, it appears suddenly, it is stable and inheritable. So this is called as a discontinuous variation due to mutation. What is meant by mutation? Sudden change in the genes which continues generation after generation, it is called as a mutation. Causes of discontinuous mutation are modification in structure of chromosomes, alteration in the chemical nature of genes, changes in the number of chromosomes, radiations and chemicals may also cause mutation. Now what is the significance of variations? This is very important. Variations enables the organism to adapt themselves to the changing environment. Environment is continuously changing, so to new environment, coming challenges of environment the variation enable to the organism to sustain, to adapt. If it forms raw material for evolution. So slow and gradual changes when they are taking place, so these variations will lead to introduction of new characters in the coming generation, which is means evolution. It enables the organism to face the struggle for existence in a better way. So as we have seen, change in the environmental conditions, change in the surrounding, change in the competition will help, variations will help to face struggle for existence. In competition era, it will give certain arms to the individual to better existence, better survival. It helps men in improving the races of useful animal and plants. Improvement in the races means once again evolution. It is the basically basis of heredity. So, heredity will be continued due to these variations. It also leads to the existence of new traits. So, existence of new traits or imbibing of new traits, new characters, once again it goes towards the evolution. So, these are the significance of variations. Now, let us see how these characters are inherited and how evolution is possible. Already in last chapter we have seen about reproduction in organisms, in which I told you about asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. That time we have discussed asexual reproduction means it creates clones. There is no much variation from between the parental generation and offsprings. It is new generation. That is asexual reproduction. Whereas in sexual reproduction, there is a combination of two individuals, there is a combination of two parents, which brings variation from parental generation. So, in sexual reproduction, chances of variations are more and hence chances of evolution. But in case of asexual reproduction, as characters are transferred as it is, chances are little less. Let us see heredity and variation in asexual reproduction in this section. There are organisms in which reproduction occurs by asexual means. This includes bacteria, amoeba, euglena, fungi, etc. Many plants such as rose and sugarcane, lower animals namely hydra, planaria, etc. This asexual reproduction is monoparental, that is single parent is involved in this reproduction, and the organisms produced by it inherits all the traits of its single parents. As it is, characters are transferred. It is almost a carbon copy of the parent and is known as its clone. It is also called clonal reproduction. Here, one thing to be noted is the term offspring is not used in case of asexual reproduction. Here it is used as a clone. The clone may develop variations because of environmental conditions, as I told you, though characters are transferred from one generation to next generation as it is. But if two different environmental conditions are provided to these clones, let us not say offspring, to these clones, then there will be a variation. And why? Due to mutation. Now, mutation causes due to ultraviolet rays, due to certain chemicals. So, this is a change in genetic makeup. So mutation also can bring variation in asexual reproduction. The variations causes due to environmental factors are not transferable, but these variations which are caused by mutations are stable and inheritable. So environmental conditions की वजह से जो variations आएंगे asexual reproducing organisms में वो inheritable नहीं होंगे, one generation to next generation transfer नहीं होंगे, but due to mutation whatever will come will be inheritable, that is they will transfer from one generation to next generation. Now heredity and variations in sexual reproduction, let us finish this part and then we'll stop. Variation is much common in animals and plants which carry reproduction by sexual means. The reason for this is the sexual reproduction is biparental, that is two parents are involved in this, and the offspring receives some traits from one parent and some traits from the other. Interbreeding of closely related individuals reduces the occurrence of variations in the offsprings produced by sexual reproduction. So about this we have already discussed that two parents when involved in a reproduction, that time some characters from mother, some characters from father, like that combination comes and it shows variation in the offspring. Okay, so up to this let us stop here. In next period we will talk about earlier views of heredity. It is very interesting part, how genetics has evolved, this subject has evolved. Let us discuss about this in next period. Till that time, bye bye, thank you.